Konnichiwa, Kawaii Critic here to review Fear the Walking Dead Season 3, Episode 6, Red Dirt. So we begin this episode with Nick practicing with the gun. That old man whose name I finally learned today was Jeremiah, and it starts out like that. So meanwhile, Alicia is worried as Madison arrives back in town with her feet all injured, along with the soldiers that were with her. And one of them spills the information about what actually happened down there. So the old man, Jeremiah, Madison, and Troy and Jake discuss what the land meant and all this nonsense about what that's all about. Then we cut to Alicia talking with Jake some more. Alicia then practices some gun stuff. Let's see, Medicine gets a visit from one of Alicia's friends. He talks about her father being afraid about what's going on because all these fires are now appearing in their town around their little hut place, I guess I'll call it. The colonies talked about, or this colony in Colorado that's supposedly the safe place. So, old man Jeremiah wakes up, goes outside, sees those fires I was talking about in the distance. Nick heads outside as well, sees them, Madison as well, and so on and so forth. Jeremiah is not being, intimidated by this little thing. And then we cut to Nick being stopped by Troy and all the stuff with Troy. And I will admit that this whole plan of theirs, of the people outside doing this, is actually something I actually kind of like about the episode, even though there aren't many walkers, and that's something I've been complaining about for a while now. I mean, there are technically a few walkers in this episode, but it's still not what I want to see in the full scale of walkers. But anyways, I actually did like this whole strategy thing, or kind of reminded me of the art of war. Uh, Sort of taking the strategy of have this sort of infighting happen by having the fires scaring the people, letting Troy just do his thing to separate people even more, have the people leave that to cause even more panic, so on and so forth. So Madison joins Jeremiah again, and then we cut to Troy stopping this truck about, like I said, with these people getting ready to leave, and then Jake argues with him, and like I said, there's that infighting. They talk about guns and fighting and family and all this other stuff. Then we see this little picture here where there's this like little army group that Troy has that he's like taking command of, making sure that everyone else is safe, and it's up to them to pretty much defend this little town. So Nick sees Jeremiah old and drunk and stuff, and he wastes some bullets. Then Alicia returns and Madison catches her. And then they talk about Jake and that relationship that's going on over there. The old man Jeremiah sees a horse. He tells Nick to go get Madison. And then they go out for a drive. And then they drive off to where the van was heading, and then he assumes that they are dead already. So they go with him, and Nick also happened to be there. And only to reveal that yes, they are actually dead. So he doesn't know what to do anymore. And medicine when they return. She uses this as the sort of gateway to get them to stay, because otherwise, if they leave in these little small groups like how this group did, then the same result would most likely happen. So, Madison talks with Troy about being the true protector of this land. And that about ends this episode of Fear the Walking Dead. So, at least there's something happening finally, and it might not be Walker related necessarily, at least not fully. At least there seems to be something happening, and it felt like most of the episodes prior, there wasn't really a lot of stuff going on, and now it finally feels like this war is bringing out something, at the very least. So I suppose I have to respect the episode for at least doing that much. As for everything else, the pacing it's still a bit wonky. I don't know what it is about Fear the Walking Dead that feels so different from The Walking Dead in this regard. But yeah, definitely something that still feels present even in this episode. And that is about it. So, with that being said, if you liked this review, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, everyone, bye!